Hello there and welcome to today's video. Today is episode 3 of eBay at home. I'm rocking the curly hair again. It's been a few days, and as you can see from the title, I have a confession to make. Actually, I have multiple confessions to make. So first confession is, so eBay was like my initial like full-time thing for 2 years back in 2020, 2021 with the pandemic and everything. And then an opportunity came up for me to have a second job, which was part-time, but it kind of turned into full-time with eBay being kind of part-time, full-time. So I'm actually secretary at my church slash service coordinator slash communication director. I kind of like do it all, and certain times of the year are busier than others with that job, and so right now I am in that season, so things are just piling up on me, and I'm like really trying to get these videos out to you guys. So that's my first confession of like, eBay is like my first love, but I'm not able to do it as full-time as I was in the beginning. So now that it's slowing down a little bit, and that's the reason why I haven't been buying as much, because it's like, I know that if I buy more things, then I have to have time to process them, and right now I don't. So I'm so happy that I have this death pile to really get through and take advantage of this time to really get these informational videos out to you guys. I got really great feedback from you guys comparatively to how many comments I usually get on my channel. I got 2 or 3 people commenting that it was really helpful, the information that I was giving you guys. One person was actually very hesitant about starting just because the process seemed so daunting, and my information was really helping her just get the right information to get started. So I really love that feedback. I want you guys to keep giving me that feedback, keep sending me those comments, but I also wanted to just open up the floor for you to just ask any questions. Hey, I don't understand what you mean, or hey, what about this, or eBay's giving me this message, what does this mean? Whatever you guys want to ask in the comments, help each other out, and if I ever see those comments before I film the next time, I will definitely do my best to answer them in the next video. So today, I want to focus on showing you more of the death pile because I am getting those items out on eBay, the ones that I showed you previously. So how I do it is I like to just process, put the information in my Excel spreadsheet, and then I have my photo box back here, take photos, and then over here you guys saw my storage setup of how I have things stored. So then I get everything stored, and then the pictures are on my phone. And what I like to do is I usually do this part while my daughter is napping, and then at night when I put her to bed, me and my husband are just chilling in front of the TV, or if he has some work to do and I'm just sitting there on my phone. At that time, I like to just go ahead and do listings. Another information about that when it comes to eBay is eBay wants to see an active page. So I would rather you list one item every single day than list 50 items one day and then nothing for 2 or 3 weeks. Because you listing at least one a day is showing eBay or showing the algorithm, hey, this is an active seller. We know that they are on top of their game. We know that they are, selling their stuff. So we're going to push their items up to the top of the queue. So it's all about algorithms. It's all about fooling the computer into thinking that you are blowing up your eBay store just so that they can continue to push your items up to the top of the queue. So last video I did, I gave you some other tips on your pictures to help you push your items up to the queue. In this video is more of me just showing you more of the items, and then if any information comes up, I will definitely share that with you. I also want to do an in-depth listing video, so please look out for that. Probably not the next one, but the one after that. The next video, I do want to show you guys how I send out a package. I did do a packing video previously. Please go and check that out. It is in the playlist titled eBay at Home. But there is a specific item that has sold for me yesterday, and I want to show you guys a trick that I recently discovered on how to ship this item out. So I want to share that with you in the next video. So this video is going to be more of like items and any information that pops up while I'm doing that. And then also next video will be shipping, specifically shipping like specific items. And then I'll get into depth on shipping and weighing and how to like print labels and all of that. And then the following video, I will definitely try to do an in-depth listing video to just show you how you can really get your listings to really pop up on the algorithm as like, ding, 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 this is great, push it up to the queue. Again, this is trial and error. I am going into my 4th year of doing this. So all of 2020 and then this year, I also dabbled in it a little bit in 2019. So 3 years really, but I just, I love this so much, and if I can help you guys along the way, I am more than happy to do that because I had so many YouTubers and so many people helping me along the way. I think I'm going to focus on 2 videos back to back, either Wednesday and Thursday or Thursday and Friday for now, and then also just updating you guys via shorts on what I'm doing shopping wise or inventory wise. But anyways, enough talking. Let's get into these videos, these items. So let's get started with some of the items that I will be processing today. So I did mention that I had 3 bins in my office. So I already pulled up a bin over here, but I'm actually going to go and pull. You guys saw these items the most recently, so I'm gonna push this bin to the side and go get the newest bin of items that you actually have not seen at all. Those were an estate sale purchase. So I'm gonna go grab that bin really fast. I'm gonna be unwrapping these pieces. I hope you don't mind. Usually I try to save the best for last, but I'm just gonna go for it here. So I got these 3 pieces. All of these pieces that I'm about to show you, I got from an estate sale. Peachtree Battles, you guys know I go to their estate sales often. This was another warehouse one of theirs. So I did talk about this before, but Peachtree Battle Estates is a huge deal here in Atlanta. Like anybody in the reselling world knows them, whether you like them or not is besides the point, but everybody who's a reseller or an antique dealer knows about Peachtree Battles. They do estate sales. They have a showroom, an antique store showroom, and they also have an estate sale warehouse. So they do private estate sales in homes, but then once a month they will do once a month or twice a month, depending on how many in-home sales they have. They'll do a warehouse sale at their warehouse where it's like everything that's left over from an estate, they'll just put it in there because they do buy out estates. So lately I've been liking to go to those just because they're easier for me with my daughter and I know where it is and it's closer to my house and all of that. And then usually they're running 50% off on Sunday. So it's very easier for me to finish church and then just swing by and see what's left, especially since I'm being so selective. So these pieces I saw in the picture and I could not believe that they were still there. I did pay up for them. So for the 3 of these, I did pay $100. Low end, which I was really surprised about, we're looking at $250 for the 3. All the way up to $650 for the 3. So these are wooden panels, usually from a church or from furniture. Like you could see how old these are. They don't even have nails. They have wooden pegs that hold them together. Very, very old pieces. So this is the first one. Thumbnail. So this is the first one right here. And I love the roughness. There's no foot. It wasn't broken off, but there's no foot. Or it could have been broken off, but it was just so old, so long ago that it broke off that the wood has smoothed out again. So that was one panel, and then this is the second panel. Again, I love the fact that she doesn't have an arm. And then just again, raw edge. This is the back. And then this was the third piece, and I believe it was like something like this in the middle that connected. I mean, these two don't match up, but it would have been like a middle piece like this. Let me back up like this. I personally am gonna put these on eBay, but they will be going in my house. Like, I'm just letting you know that I will be putting these in my house. I've been wanting a set like this for so long, and I find them on eBay, but either like they're for bid and I don't get to them, or they're super, super expensive. So I've been wanting a set like this. I went for it. If I make my money back, great. I just see them all the time, and they're usually so expensive. Like I said, when I researched them, I was really surprised of how low some of them go, but it really just depends on the wood and the age and all of that. And I will definitely be getting my dad involved with helping me appraise those, because that's definitely his niche, stuff like that. I'm still learning about them. I just know what I like and what they look like, and I know that they're old. How old, we don't know. I still need to do a Google search on those in particular. But I'm really happy. I bought the 3 for $100. Again, there's no way that I can't at least make my money back. And that's usually, right now with how selective I'm being, I'm really picking those quality pieces that are just like, I've been looking for this, or I just want it in my possession. And if I make my money back, great, but there's no way that I won't at least make my money back. I can double, yes. I can triple, yes. Can I blow it out of the park? Yes, but I have to do my research for that. So that's where I am with that piece. I'll show you the rest of the haul from that estate, and then I'll enter in my pieces. And then I was just like thinking, like, before I was doing this video, like, the motivation really for getting these items shown to you is so that, because like I know how cool the pieces are that I got, and I want to just bang them out. This next piece I got, it was really cheap. It does have damage, but you guys know how I feel about damage. I personally don't mind if my personal pieces are damaged. They're part of the history and it's part of the piece. That's how I feel. I know there are a lot of other people that feel that way. I know there are a lot of die hard, like it has to be in perfect, pristine condition. I sell damaged pieces, no problem. I sell pieces of damaged pieces, no problem. Like, I don't have a problem with damaged pieces, and I know there are people out there that don't have a problem with it. So this piece is damaged. Where was it? Here it is. And like, I had to look for it. So on the top, you can't really see anything, but there is like a chunk out of the glass on the underside. So that's forgivable to me. And besides, this is a vase. It's a very filthy vase at the moment, but this is a vase. You're going to put flowers in it. You're not going to be able to tell that has damage. I loved the rams on the edge and that it wasn't just floral. And also too, the color. This color is very in right now. I look on the bottom and sure enough, it says made in France. So that was a ding, ding, ding. It was $20 and 50% off. So $10. Made in France. Beautiful ram's head. I wouldn't say, this is not Celadon because it's not green, but like this Tiffany blue, maybe a little bit lighter, glass vase. It does need to be washed. So with a piece like this, what I would do is I would run it under really, really hot water and then just get everything nice and loose with my hand and then go in with just a paper towel and just with my fingers and the creases and just get everything out and it would be clean. So that's that piece. And then these next two pieces were in the clearance room. So they do have a clearance room where I was like, okay, these pieces have been here forever, or they're not very valuable, or they're not very desirable. So they just throw them in that room. They give them a 50% off price, and then it's extra 50% off of that. So these pieces go really, really cheap. I got this whole bag of ceramic, which I'm trying to see now. It says 1983, 1997. There's like a stamp. There's a manufacturer's stamp on them. They are terracotta. There's only 3 of them, which is again another odd number, but who cares? These terracotta ceramic or clay knobs. So there are 3 of them. I like how nice and big they are. There are 3 of them if you have a project that only needs 3, or if you don't mind mixing and matching. I got the bag for $5, no damage. That was a no-brainer for me, so I picked those up. And then this I thought was so cool because I sell Pablo pottery, and this is a Pablo style pottery kit. Learn traditional methods of making and painting clay pots, included pottery designs of 8 Southwest Pablos, complete with non-toxic clay, paint, and brushes for school-aged children and kids. And the copyright is from 1996. So it's a new old stock pottery making kit. The clay is a little bit hard in here, so I don't know if it's still good to use. But it says the kit produces a 4-inch pot or shallow plate or multiple smaller pieces. And there are like all of these pictures. Again, this was $5. I just thought it was so cool. If anything, you can have the instructions on how to do it. But it says the well-illustrated booklet presents simple and authentic designs of Southwest Pablo people: Hopi, Acoma, Zuni, Zia, Santa Clara, San Domingo, and ancient Mimbre. So I thought it was really cool. For me, the booklet is worth it more than the kit. So I would love to keep this for myself, but I still have to look it up and see how much they go for. Actually, let me do that right now. So here's a piece of information on how you can look things up. So if you go on your eBay app, you just go to search, and then I'm going to put in Pablo style pottery kit, if I can spell pottery kit, and then nothing comes up. There is a book for $50. There are utensil kits for $25, but nothing comes up. So it says no exact. Okay, let me fix my spelling. Okay, there's still nothing that comes up. So here's what I would do. There's nothing listed, but to see if any had sold in the past, you would go to this little filter up here and then show more, and then you would scroll down to sold, and completed, and then no exact match. So still there's nothing that's popping up, but that's a good, let's look for something else. Let's say, let's see what I have here. Let's do that, what's her name? Cindy Anglis Pottery. So I go here to Cindy Anglis Pottery. There's a whole bunch of listings for Cindy Anglis Pottery. Then I would go to here, filter, and then I would do show more, and then you would go down to sold. Oops, sold. Searching, and then it shows here show 28 results. So there are 28 sold, and then here are all the sold listings of Cindy Anglis Pottery. And that way you would be able to not only tell, this is like showing me weird stuff, but anyways, at least now you know how to do it. All day long, you can ask for $1,000 on an item that's worth only 10, or you can ask $1,000 for an item that's worth $1,000. But what is the market paying for? What are people paying for those items? I can have $1,000 item that's worth $1,000, but people are only willing to pay $600. You need to know that before you invest in that piece. You can have an item that you're asking $1,000 for, but it's never in the history of that item ever sold for $1,000. You have to know that information before you invest in that item or list that item before you price it. So that is a trick on how I personally look up items. The more you look up items, the more you'll get a feel for. So like, for example, there are some people that will do percentages. So like if there are 50 listed and 50 sold, they'll say, okay, that's 100% like sell rate, like that's great. There are some people that say, oh, if there's just even one sold, then there is a chance that somebody else will want it. I'm kind of somewhere in the middle. I kind of just gauge how much do I really want this piece? How much am I going to be paying for it? How long will I be holding it? All of that stuff just varies from category to category, whether it's glass, whether it's pottery, where the market is at the moment for that item, what the buzz is for that item at the moment. But the more you do it and the more you familiarize with yourself with items, the more you will just on a whim know, I'm going to pick this up, I'm not going to pick this up, it's worth it, it's not worth it. Sometimes I pick up things that I know is not worth it, but I just want it. I want to offer it to you guys. I want it to be in my store. I want to just own it for a little bit and then pass it on. So you will definitely be able to make those decisions the more and more you do this. Sometimes I look up items that I am not even remotely interested in selling or buying, but I just want to know, like, what is the deal with this item? And so I'll just look it up just for my information. So I highly recommend for y'all to do that in order for you to familiarize yourself not only with the value of the items, but what the market is saying and how much people are actually paying for these pieces. So let me go ahead and enter these pieces in and I will show you the next batch. Okay, so these next set of items you did see me pick up pretty recently, but I just want to refresh our memory. It was a shopping video, so not all the time in shopping videos is it really clear what I actually picked up, especially if it's like one of those where I'm not talking and I just have the music going. I did pick up this. I did not see the chip on that, but this Dedham pottery, Dedham pottery. It is very old American pottery. There is newer makes of this. This is like kind of in between the antique and the modern version. So vintage, but more on the antique side. For those of you who don't know, antique is anything 100 years or older, and anything vintage is 20 years or older. So this one is more like past the vintage, maybe 40, 50 years old. And prices range from like 15 to thousands of dollars for one plate. So I have to look this up very carefully. There is actually a, what is it called? A book that I've been wanting to get for the denim pottery. But even the book is $100, so I'm waiting on that. This next bowl is just this really cool, like, seashell looking plate. It is signed National Pottery. I tried to look it up and didn't really find anything, so it might be a North Carolina pottery. And I paid up for that because it was from a fellow dealer, and you guys know about keeping relationships with those who you want to continue to do business with. So that's that. Because this is a separate one, let me go ahead and put this one in. It's National Pottery brown glazed seashell swirl handmade clay pottery bowl. So I did talk about descriptive words and how many words I put in to my Excel spreadsheet. If you haven't seen that, go and watch that video. Receipt for these next items. I love opening these up because it's like me like shopping all over again and finding these things like brand new. So this is a what is it called? Calvin Chen. So something about these enamel trinket boxes, you will find a lot of these. China makes them right and left. Hallmark makes them. There are some by Hallmark that are very collectible. If you see one that says made in China, just don't even bother. I mean, I know some people collect all of the trinket dishes, no matter what they are or where they're made, just as long as it's cute. Which, don't get me wrong, there are some of those where it's like really unique. You can still sell those. The ones that I personally look for, because I have sold them for over $100, is Calvin Chen. This is not one of them. This is a 1999 one, and I could probably triple my money on this. If I'm lucky, quadruple my money. I paid $9. I can get anywhere between $35 and $49 for it. But the little purses or the little teapots, I've sold one for $60 and I've sold one for $99. So, and some go for higher. But so I just, because I've been seeing the made in China ones so much, I always, when I see them, I just like tip them over. I had never seen the treehouse before. When I turned it over and it was finally Calvin Chen, I was like, okay, I'm getting this. Like, I'm picking it up. So that's what happened with that trinket. Okay, this next piece, again, you guys saw me. I did drop it in the store. I can't remember if I kept it in the video or not of me dropping it. But it is this brass piece. What is this receipt? Oh, it's the same one. It's this brass piece, this really cool brass piece. I don't even, it might not even be brass. It might just be pot metal, with these really cool like gems all around. There's none missing and none damaged. And even like the detail in the pot metal is like really detailed. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I was just like, I don't know what this is. It was only $15. And I was like, I don't know what it is, but for $15, I'll figure it out. Like, I know it's good. And then when I got up to the front, like, all the workers were like huddled around and I was like, are you the one that brought this up here? Because they have a holding table. Are you the one that brought this up here? And I was like, yeah. So it comes with this glass piece, which, I mean, this is definitely hand blown and it's beveled. It's not beveled, it's cut. So this goes in the middle like this. And then you have 4 of these. Like, the fact that it had no damage, because I'm pretty sure this is 19th century. I'm pretty sure this is 19th century. And it has these little, at first I thought they were paper, but they're actually reverse painted. So they'll paint it in like layers and then seal it on the back. And there's 4 of them. Just the detail in this, like even the waves. And then, so there are 4 of these, and these like go here. So what we decided, and I think it's true, is your cigarettes go here, and then these are individual ashtrays that you would just like pass around. Take a cigarette and take an ashtray for like a study or a party or a library, or like a waiting room, like a sitting room. Like the butler would pass this around and you would just take a cigarette and take an individual ashtray. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. They were like, please do your research. We can't find anything. We're pretty sure it's an ashtray. Like, they were just so cool. Like, so this was at Simple Finds. You guys have seen me film there a lot. And the lady knows me. The lady knows me there very well. And they know that I resell. So she was like, on my way out the door, she was like, please let me know what you find out about that piece. And I'm like thinking to myself, well, hopefully it'll be sold by then and I'll be able to like give you good news about, you know, it being sold as well. So anyways, but this is it all done with all the glass. I think it's super cool for $15. There's no way. I saw like similar ones like this, but like with Murano glass, one was like, none of them have like this brass, and they don't have the reverse painted. They're usually just all glass. And like the highest one that I sold, that I go for, which again, it was Murano, was $250. I think I can easily put $250 on this. But I need to do a Google search and see if anything comes up that way. But I am so happy to just have this piece in my possession. It's really, really cool. And even if it's like 60s or something, like it's still worth more than 15, but just the style of it and the ships, I really think it's 19th century. Like I really do. Anyways, let me enter these items in and I'll be right back with you. Okay, I'm gonna show you this last box because this was the farthest out. The other 2 bins, which let me make sure. I love opening these things up with you guys. Let me see what's in here. It's so funny because like I have in my head 2 other batches of things that I bought a while ago that I've really been wanting to list, and I haven't been able to find them in these batches. I think they're outside in the garage, but I cannot wait to like actually get those out with you guys. What is this? Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do this right now together. Okay, so besides this bag that I just discovered, everything else in this bin and the one on the floor is from Scott from February. Please go and watch that video. Those items will be up in this batch of things. And then also the estate sale, the last estate sale that I went to that I bought all that baby clothes from. Please go and watch that haul. Those were like the most recent like haul videos that I've done. So you guys have seen those, and it's a lot of items. I'm not gonna go through all of them again. I'll probably do shorts just if you wanna refresh your memory. There is this bag of things though that I'm not sure if I've shown you recently. Let me see. Okay, yeah, this was Decatur stuff. So I'm gonna do these 2 bags and this box, and then Scott Antique Market, please go and as a matter of fact, I'll probably link the video down in the description box, and then also that haul for that estate sale where I bought all that baby clothes from. I'll link that video down below as well. So and I hear my baby crying, so that's why I'm like, okay, I gotta go. So I went to, when was this? I think this also was in February. This was either January or February. I went to North Lake. Is it called North Lake? Yeah, it's called North Lake in Cumming, Georgia. They are a antique market that happens every 3rd week of the month. I picked this antique rooster vase. Really, really pretty. He's like iridescent, hand painted. And then I'm gonna try to get through these quickly because I hear my baby and I gotta go get her from her nap. And then I got this hand-painted trinket box with all the animals. I just sold a big one of these for $50. So I'm trying to pick up the more unique ones just because I have so many of them. And they sell for me really well. Those India trinket boxes. They're wood lacquered. Some of them are wood and some of them are paper mache. And then I got this Kutani. Okay, maybe you guys can help me on this. I'm still trying to get the difference between Kutani and Satsuma. So I believe Satsuma is anything that has people on it, and Kutani is just the style. But anyways, Kutani, Japanese, Moriage, sleeping cat. So Moriage is this henna style, trying to like connect it to something. So you know like India, how they do henna on the hands. It's like this 3D drip paint. So in the Asian culture, you know, they call it Moriage. And so that's what this is. So I picked up that little cat. I'm not sure if I showed you guys those 3 items, so I'm really happy that I stumbled across those. And then I had my daughter and my husband with me, and a really, really sweet vendor gave her this little doll. My husband told him that I was a reseller, and he was like, well, you know, your daughter can play with it and let your wife look it up and see if it's worth anything. So I thought that was really, really sweet of him, and she was playing with it the whole time. So that was really, really cool. And then in this box, you guys did see me shop, but I don't think you saw me pick these items up. I did do a little haul at the end of the video, but I don't know if people make it to the end of the video. I got these 4 glasses. They are Libby. Please look up Libby glass. Some of their glasses can be hundreds and hundreds of dollars. This set, I bought 4 of these. Hunting deer and bird cups, so 4 of them for $10, and the set goes for $40 to $49. So I thought this was another case of I didn't have service, but I went on a whim, and my whim paid off. Quadrupling my money is not bad on those. For some reason, I just had a feeling, so I grabbed them. And then you guys know I am on a hand-blown glass fruit kick. So here's another one, candy red apple with the green stem, and it is hand-blown. So I picked that one up as well. And then finally, in this bag, this was from Decatur Estates Vintage and Modern Antique Store. This is a Dutch designer that does these I guess you would call them like abstract wooden animals, and the hippo is one of the most common ones. So his mouth opens and it's like a little trinket in there. So they go for hundreds of dollars, like the bigger ones. I'm not really sure about this one, but I'm not even sure if this one is the designer one. It could be like a souvenir copy of the designer ones. I still have to do my research. It does say copyright 1959 Zoo line, so it could be a souvenir, but it is vintage from 1959, and he's missing his little tail. So I didn't see that stamp from in the store, but I'm glad I have that, so I at least know that it is a vintage one. It is still worth more than, I think I paid $8, which is insane. And then this little guy I got for myself. So I know what these are because of videos. It's Japanese. Which brand is it? Artmon. I'm sorry, I'm looking to make sure my camera's not gonna die. Made in Japan. They have this little hole on them. They're supposed to be mounted to the wall. So if my camera makes it to the end of this, I will show you where he's going in my house. And then I also got these. I got this little guy, this little hedgehog guy, art pottery. I think he's an incense burner. You stick the incense in here, but he just has so many holes. Like his eyes are holes, and the bottom of this are holes, but they don't go all the way in. So I feel like this is a piece. This is St. Fagan's pottery. I feel like this is a piece that goes to something else. But I don't know, like just like as a little pottery hedgehog, I thought he was the cutest. So I picked him up, and then I got these two paperweights. And I know for a fact that these were not in the video. These are over $100 each. I paid $60 for the both. They're both signed. So this beautiful butterfly and like vine. This is like inside the glass, like as you can see there, like it's the design is inside, like encompassed inside the glass, and then there's like another color ball on the inside. Super cute. So really happy about that. And then I know some people are like crazy about paperweights. I just buy the ones that are like really once in a lifetime unique. Again, I did look this one up in the store, over $100. Beautiful paperweight. I don't know what this kind of glass is called. It's not the clear one, it's the opaque but iridescent kind. If you know, let me know. But I love how this was like flowers and it's iridescent. Super heavy. 1979 on this one. And then does this one have a date? 1997 on this one. 1997 on this one, and 1979 on this one. So really happy with those. I pick up like paperweights do very well for me, but I'm starting to figure out which ones bring in more money, and those are the ones that I'm gonna go after, because paperweights are going up in price, but some of them do, like, you can make a lot of money on them. So I'm being a little bit more picky in my paperweights, even though I do know that they all sell. They all sell for something. Okay, so that's all the inventory. I'm not gonna bore you with entering in. Let me show you where this little guy is gonna go. So over here, next to my icon wall, I hated that I had like just the air condition paneling. So I wanted to like do something to this. So I had this plaque first that says, "A simple life is a good life." And then I got this little poodle, not Staffordshire, I forgot what the brand is by England, of these figurines. I got him on eBay because I had a little poodle doggy that was with me for quite some years, and anything that's black, poodle, and he actually always had a red collar, so anything that's black and red like that, that's not obviously girly because he was a boy, I try to pick it up just to remember him. His name was Scooter. And then these two are some resin pieces that I picked up in Canada from a little flea market. So this is like my unofficial like critter wall, and I wanted to kind of like put him like crawling up the wall like that. So I'm really, really excited to add him to the wall, and that's gonna be super, super fun. Anyways, that's everything for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you are enjoying this series. Please continue to leave your comments down below. Check out the description box for previous videos that I mentioned in this video. If they're not there right now, they will be in the future. I'm just trying to get these videos out to you in a timely manner. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. If you are interested in any of these pieces and don't see them on my eBay, which my eBay link is always down in the description. If you ever see a piece that you want and you don't see it on my eBay, please feel free to leave me to send me an email. My email is always in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me. I really appreciate your support, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.